Your friendly neighborhood YouTuber is rated PG-13. Parental advisory, explicit content. Viewer discretion is advised.
The box. You opened it. We came.
It's just a puzzle box!
Oh no. It is a means to summon us.
Who are you?
Explorers in the further regions of experience. Demons to some. Angels to others.
Welcome to hell. Hey, what's up everyone? It's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber guys, and we are back here again with another action figure review. This time, we have Hellraiser from Neca Toys. Ah! That's right guys, this is one of the figures I've been looking for. I actually went to one of my local Targets, found him. He was actually stocked on the shelf, believe it or not. Jeez, I didn't think I would ever find this guy. I found him at, did I say Walmart or Walgreens? I think I said Target. Of course, this is a reboot, remake of Neca, kind of re-updated version of the Hellraiser Pinhead figure. Hellraiser, he'll tear your soul apart. Get it? He'll tear your soul apart. Ultimate Pinhead, demon to some, angel to others. There's the classic Hellraiser title. Here is the back images of Pinhead, and man, he looks stupendous. Let's open it up. Look at that, dude. That's actually the action figure. Look at how awesome he looks, man. I can't wait to review Pinhead. I've been waiting to get a Pinhead figure in my collection for the longest time. Finally got him, and stay tuned towards the end of the video, guys, because if you guys are horror fans, I'm gonna break out all the horror icons, put them with the horror icons, show you Pinhead with all the horror icons, and I think you'll definitely like this review if you're a horror fan. And Pinhead is iconic. Hellraiser, one of my favorite characters, should I say, from anything. From anything, man. He's iconic. I love Pinhead. One of my favorite movies. And yeah, if there's a movie that they definitely need to remake, it's definitely Pinhead. Even though the original Pinhead is a classic horror movie, I feel like it's a little bit outdated. You know what I mean? Some of the special effects, the storyline is not as prevalent as it once was. And yeah, I definitely do think if there's a franchise that they need to reboot, it's definitely Hellraiser, man. Introduce Hellraiser to a whole new audience. Because Hellraiser, if you think about it, is the movie, from what I can remember, that kind of started the whole gore and horror. I don't know if that's true or not. I just made that up. Well, actually, it's the only movie I can remember from my childhood that was really, really gorish. I can't remember. I mean, yeah, you had your Freddy Krueger and you had your Jason and Texas Leatherhead, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and others that came before him. But I think Hellraiser, out of all the horror movies, I think probably was the most gorish movie at that time. But if you look at it now, if you take a look at the movie now, it's not even that. Well, some parts are a little bit too gorish, but yeah, compared to some of the movies that have come out, yeah, man, it doesn't even compare. All right, so let's take a look at Pinhead. And look at, man, he looks nice, dude. The face sculpt, everything about him. Let me put my light on because I don't have my light on here. There we go. Dude, the face sculpt, they killed it on this, man. Pun intended, they killed it on this one. And the last Neca that they had out, he didn't have feet. I don't know if you guys remember that. figure, but that Hellraiser figure didn't have any feet. He just had a rubberized cape, kind of like this right here, and where he just kind of stood up and he had no feet. Why they didn't give him any feet, I have no idea. But there is Hellraiser's feet. I'm liking, look at the purple on his boots, on his shin boots. I don't expect Pinhead to have any double jointed legs or anything of that nature. So what you saw is pretty much what you get. Excuse me, guys. I'm still fighting off my cold. Arms extend out that much. He can do the famous crucifix pose that he did in what was it? Was it part 3 where he did the crucifix pose? Where he was in the church. I believe that was Hellraiser 3. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, man. I get the movies confused. Especially after Hellraiser, the first Hellraiser. And this cape just kind of hangs. Okay. So let's check out his accessories, guys. So his accessories comes with the interchangeable head. Slice this open. Hellraiser 2, man, is also one of my favorites. That doesn't get too much praise, but they did an amazing job with that Hellraiser, man. Just when you think it couldn't get any more creepier, like Hellraiser 2 just took it up to a whole nother notch, man. Especially, actually, let me just dump all this out. Especially if you guys remember that scene where the guy is he's like itching and he thinks there's something like under his skin, and he itches so much that he picks at his own skin and it creates scabs, like bloody scabs on him. And then I remember the doctor or the physician gave him a knife to to try to get rid of these things that he thought were in his skin, and then he laid him down on the mattress where I think Frank had died, in order to summon another, bring back a wife or a girlfriend. I can't remember how the story went. And then the guy took the blade to his body and he was just slicing up his body, trying to remove these invisible things that he thinks are under his skin. Speaking of skin, there's Pinhead and his interchangeable head right here. Look at that, man. Look at the detail. I don't know which one I like better. I don't know if I like the open mouth or just the Pinhead, simplistic looking Pinhead. What do you guys think? I like the simple, simplistic Pinhead. Try saying that 5 times fast. Simple, simplistic Pinhead. Man, the detail is just really, really on point, guys. Speaking of on point, he comes with these very delicate, and I do mean delicate, weapons that hang on to his little thread right here. So they just kind of hook onto... Man, these are going to get lost very quick. So he's got like a knife, a little hook right here, and then the little hook right there that hooks onto this piece of thread right there. And then you have this right here. Too, that's going to get lost really, really quickly. I'm surprised I didn't sculpt that onto Pinhead, man. Pinhead was such an amazing movie, man. Like I said, it's due for a remake because I feel like they can do so much more with that story. He comes with an open hand to where he can hold the box. Look at that, man. Look how classic that is. That's like, this is iconic, guys. If you guys are fans of horror, if you watch my channel, if you're watching this review, then obviously you're fans of horror and fans of Pinhead. But this right here is just so freaking iconic, man. They did an amazing job with this box right there. Look at that. And then here's the box transforming right here. Clive Barker was just a genius, man. He came up with these characters, and I don't know if he came up with the story. I'm pretty sure he wrote the story. I could be wrong. But yeah, he was just absolutely brilliant, man. So he comes with 4 interchangeable hands, 2 holding hands, which I guess for holding the weapons, but I don't think I ever seen Pinhead hold a weapon. He can hold those weapons that are attached to him, but yeah, I like him as is. I like him with the open hands. This is how pretty much I'm going to have him posed. It would have been nice if he came with an interchangeable hand which had the box, the puzzle box, attached to his hand. This way I don't freaking lose this thing, because I know I'm going to lose this freaking thing, guys. But this is just totally iconic. So let me check. I'll let you check out the details of Pinhead, guys. Just nicely done. The leather is very shiny, very shimmery, as you guys can see. The robe is kind of a see-through. Lift up his skirt. Boom. Really nice. I like that purple touch that they gave him, guys. I am really excited to have a Pinhead figure in my collection, man. Really, really awesome, man. So yeah, that Pinhead is really awesome. Interchangeable head, puzzle boxes, 4 interchangeable hands. I don't know what else they could have given him. Maybe some chains. That would have been awesome. Yeah, throw some chains on him. That would have been awesome, guys. All right, so let's break out some other classic horror icons and to put him with Pinhead to see how he looks, guys. All right, I just brought out a few. I didn't want to bring out my entire collection, but I brought out the 4 horsemen of horror right here, and then you have Pinhead in the middle, man. So all these are pretty much NECA except for Leatherface right here, which is actually done by McFarlane. I actually like the McFarlane Leatherface figure a little bit better than the NECA, because the NECA has more of the cloth look. In my opinion, I think McFarlane Leatherface still holds up and still looks better than the NECA Leatherface. Just my opinion, guys. But this is how they measure up. Love it, guys. I really, really love it, man. It just makes my horror collection seem more complete. You know what I mean? This Pinhead is one of my instant favorites. He might be one of my top 10 figures of 2020 already. I can already feel that he's going down that road, because I really, really love Hellraiser, and I'm a big fan of Hellraiser. So let's measure Pinhead. So Pinhead stands just a little under 7.5 inches, going all the way up to his pins. And if you're wondering what these pins are made of, they're actually rubberized plastic. So yeah, be careful, especially when you're taking the head sculpt off. Oh look, see? Shit. See, these pins, these things are already falling off, man. So yeah, be careful when you take the head sculpt off that you don't bend any of these pins, and where I think they can break off easily. So you probably would have to grab them right here by the ears to lift off the head sculpt, but I'm not going to change out the head. I actually like this head sculpt the most. And yeah, these pins are very, very fragile, so be careful, guys. So, alright guys, let me give you my rating on this Hellraiser Pinhead. I think he's freaking awesome, guys. I'm a huge Pinhead figure. Pinhead. I'm a huge Pinhead fanatic. Dude. Pighead. I'm a huge Pinhead fanatic. So you know I'm definitely going to give this guy a high rating. I grew up on Hellraiser. I know that's pretty sad. Like Hellraiser was like one of the first movies I ever saw growing up. Yeah, that's how great my parents were at parenting. They didn't give a shit what I watched. I watched a lot of horror films, and I watched a lot of Schwarzenegger films. I watched a lot of violent films growing up. And yet I turned out to be somewhat normal. Well, that, and I have a YouTube channel reviewing action figures, so it took me somewhere, I guess. Alright, so let me give you my rating of this Pinhead, man. I think he's magnificent. I think he's absolutely brilliant. I highly recommend this figure, guys. If you are horror collectors, if you are not, you should be a horror collectors. You should appreciate this work of art because it's a work of art, man. The movie is a work of art. The idea, the concept of Pinhead is a work of art. And I hate to go on drooling about this figure, but he is just stupendous, man. I really dig Pinhead. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, I'm going to be very, very generous, and I'm going to give him a 9. A solid 9. That's how much I love this figure. That's how much I love Pinhead. That's how much I love Hellraiser. Neca did an amazing job. Thank you for re-releasing this figure and updating this figure because he did need to be updated, and I'm glad that they re-released this figure so I can go out and purchase him and I don't have to spend $80 to buy the original version. So thank you to Neca for that, and thank you for the update. Awesome figure, guys. Highly recommend it. It's a solid 9 for this Pinhead. Let me know what you think of this review. Let me know what you think of Pinhead. And there's nothing more I can say. Masterpiece, masterpiece, masterpiece. Leave your thoughts in the comment section, guys. And we'll go ahead and leave it at that. There's nothing more I can say. Just want to thank you guys for watching. And I'll catch you guys in the next review.